Yo, what's going on everybody, welcome back to a brand new Hytale video, and today we have a lot of interesting stuff to talk about. There's a lot of new Hytale images that I want to show you guys, and there's also some very new information and some cool stuff that you might have seen from the title, but we'll get there in just a second. First of all, we'll look at the new images, and Hytale posted this image around 3 weeks ago, and they said this frozen keeps bears the scars of a war fought long ago. And here's the image. So first of all, the description is kind of interesting. It kind of makes it feel like there was a huge war in the Hytale world, and this is what is remaining of the war. As you guys can see from the image, we can see a ice skeleton, which looks really nice. Not gonna lie, it looks pretty badass. And just look at the image, it's so pretty. The snow, the forest, the structures, everything looks really nice. But if you look at the description again, it says the frozen keeps bears the scars of a war fought long ago. And the question is this skeleton the sort of remainings of a war that was fought long ago? That's pretty much the impression that I get from this image. It looks like there was some kind of war, and then I guess people died and they turned into skeletons. Could that be the big mystery behind this image and behind the world of Orbis? There's a lot of theories about that, and I kind of think that's actually what happened. But the Zone 3 image really does look very good. But going over to the next image, Hytale said the sun rises over the rivers and forest of a land unexplored. And this is the image. Once again, all of this image, I can't stress this enough, they look insanely good, just so pretty. And this one is of what I guess is Zone 1. I'm pretty sure this should be Zone 1. You can see Zone 3 or the mountains in the distance, but there's a river, obviously. There's some mushrooms that look very interesting. They seem like they glow. This should be the type of mushrooms that actually glow in the dark when it's night. So pretty interesting stuff. There's a lot of foliage, a lot of trees, and if you look far in the distance on the left, you can also see I guess it's a sort of a house, and then next to it there's a tower. It could be a no civilization that is now empty, or maybe it's just a house and it's just a house, I guess. But once again, a really cool image. Then going over to the next one, Hytale said there are plenty of good reasons for well-prepared adventurers to dig deep beneath the desert, and they attached this image. So obviously, first things first, this is 100% a cave beneath Zone 2, because as the description said, to dig deep beneath the desert. Obviously desert means Zone 2, so I guess it should be 100% sure that this is a cave inside Zone 2. And looking at this cave, we can see bats just flying around, then we see a player with a pickaxe, and he seems to be mining. And look at the blocks. As you can see, the blocks have some sort of ore attached to them. I'm pretty sure this is ore, so it means that the player is mining for ore, and this ore should be kind of rare, I guess, because if you look at the image, there's a lot of normal blocks with no ore attached, and then there's two which the player is mining, so this should definitely be rare. And if you also look at the image a bit more deep, you can see other type of ores. If you zoom in on the top right, you see a sort of a golden ore. Left side, you can see a green ore. Then there's some sort of dead plants just chilling. There's a lot of light everywhere and some sort of mushrooms. I'm guessing that could be some sort of mushrooms in the ceiling over there. But other than that, I don't see anything else worth pointing out. Obviously there's candles, but nothing new. But it's really nice to get a closer look at some caves under Zone 2. Then for the last image, we have this description. Away from the green of the grasslands, these venerable woods remember Orbis as it was. And you can see this image of what should be a sort of a, I don't want to say dead zone. It's definitely not a dead zone, I don't think, but it's sort of it's got a sort of a autumn feel to it. because the leaves are all in different colors and the ground is grayish, looks a bit dead, to be honest. That's why I firstly said dead zone, but this is just an image with a lot of foliage, looks a little bit more pallid. If you look in the distance you can see green land and green trees or whatever. So there's two options for this image. It's either a different season, as I said, autumn, or it's a different biome. I'm guessing it's a different biome because, as I said before, if you look in the distance you can see the green land. So if it was a different season it should all look like this, but because only this part of the forest is this sort of grayish color, probably means that it's a different biome. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I don't really want to hear you guys' opinion. And that's basically it for the images, but there's still some more interesting stuff to talk about in this video. So below this image that I just showed you guys, a developer at Mojang called Patrick of Stockholm, so if you don't know Mojang, they are basically the creators of Minecraft. He commented on this image saying, "Pretty. How about a Hytale texture pack to Minecraft?" To which Noxy replied with, "Nice try, guy." So this is pretty much just all fun and games. I guess the developers of Mojang aren't really against Hytale, otherwise he wouldn't comment something like this. There was a lot of speculation whether Mojang would like sue or be against Hytale, but I think it's not actually going to happen. I think they are in good terms because they are just throwing band at each other, and there's more to come, you'll see in just a second. Another developer at Mojang by the name of Kaplan replied to this tweet by saying, "What's a good 3D series to reboot?" To which Gavin Wolvery, who also works at Mojang, said Minecraft. And here's the interesting part. Then Kaplan replied with, "I guess that is what Noxy is trying to do," with a smiley face. To which Noxy replied with, "Been 12 years now with no true genre iteration since then, with exception of multiple successful genre branches, Terraria, Starbound, etc. It actually makes dev way harder since there's not a history of iteration in the genre. What is genre versus what is game? Can be messy." And then Mark Watson, who also works at Mojang, so a lot of Mojang employees here talking to Noxy, said, "This is exactly the kind of conversation I want to have over beer sometime." And King B Dogs, who is another person who works at Mojang, said ditto. To which Noxy replied with, "Never gonna complain after having to go to another convention ever again." I'm guessing he meant never gonna complain about having to go to another convention ever again because probably of the COVID situation going on. But that is about it. And what does this image show us? They basically show us that Mojang and Hypixel are cool, I guess, because otherwise if they were having some sort of legal process, or obviously they don't have any legal process right now, but if they were to have any legal type of process over Hytale supposedly copying Minecraft, or if they had any type of animosity between them, these kind of conversations wouldn't really happen, I don't think. So you can say that Mojang and Minecraft creators are okay with Hytale, which I don't think there would be any sense in them not being okay, because Hytale is a completely different game from Minecraft, so it wouldn't really make sense if they tried to do any sort of legal process against Hytale, but it just shows that they are in good terms, throwing some friendly banter. But that's basically it for this video. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. If you are interested in Hytale and you want to see when the game comes out, what happens before the game comes out, everything new Hytale, make sure you subscribe to the channel, leave a like, leave a comment, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.